I've made just under $400,000 using TikTok Shop, but when I first started, it wasn't always this easy. I remember searching all over the internet to try and find some content that contained some helpful advice, but initially, all of what I found sucked. So in this video, I'm going to be making the video that I wish that I found when I was first starting. I'll be giving away my exact 3-step process, and by the end of this video, you will understand exactly how I would go about making that $400,000 again if I was starting from scratch. But before we get into anything, you're gonna need to get a TikTok Shop account. And there are 2 ways you can do this. Firstly, you can grow an account to 5,000 followers, because for those of you that don't know, you need at least 5,000 followers to apply and be eligible to sell products on TikTok Shop. Or you can buy an account from someone who already has access to TikTok Shop or the 5,000 followers. I'll explain later in the video where you can buy these accounts if that's what you're interested in. First things first, you're gonna need to find a product. Now, personally, I would recommend finding a product in a niche that you're passionate about, so you have an easier time making content. Or if you're not too passionate about it, you at least think you can make content around the product. The best niche, in my opinion, is supplements, but that is mainly because supplements is where I personally have the most experience. To find these products, all you need to do is open up TikTok and scroll through the TikTok Shop tab. Scroll through and find some products that have some good ratings, good amount of orders, and some good benefits. In my opinion, it's easier to sell a product that's already going viral and getting some sales. There's not much of a point in wasting too much of your time with a product that doesn't have a lot of units sold on the listing, because I'm not going to say you won't go viral with it, but I will say normally it's going to be a little bit harder to go viral with that product in comparison to a product that already has something like 100,000 units sold on their list. Now, once you have found a product that you plan to sell, you need to go ahead and order on TikTok Shop, Amazon, or where. And while you wait for the product to come, you need to find some viral content examples for that product. The reason you want to do this is because once the product arrives, you want to start making videos ASAP, because that's how you make money. First thing you do is you make a list of around 10 to 20 pieces of viral content for that product. This is good content to take inspiration from, because if it went viral, the likelihood of it generating at least a few sales is pretty good. This is a great way to begin stockpiling content inspiration, because if a concept has gone viral in the past, there's a pretty good chance it can go viral again. And of course, with virality, if done correctly, will come sales. And with sales comes money. That's what you want, I think, at least. I mean, you're watching this video. Now, keep in mind the viral content examples you found don't have to be the exact specific product that you plan to sell. They could be about similar products in the same niche. Realistically, they could be about products in any niche, but if you are a beginner, I would recommend sticking to products in your niche, because it's a lot easier to remake that content. Now, once your product arrives, you need to begin recreating all the pieces of content that you save. Now, when I said earlier that you can save pieces of content from other niches, when doing this now recreation, you have to make sure you change and adapt the scripts so the benefits are correct and true to the product you're selling. Once your product arrives, then you need to start recreating every piece of content that you found, making sure that your version adapts to the benefits of the product. For example, if you're selling supplements and your product can help with mental clarity and energy levels, but the video you're taking inspiration from mentions that their product can help with muscle recovery, don't just copy what they say in that video. You need to take inspiration from that content, not just straight up copy, for 2 main reasons. Reason number 1 is that you're not giving the algorithm any new content. So therefore, you're not giving the potential audience any new content. So why would anyone want to watch it, and why would the algorithm want to push it? Reason number 2 is to just use your brain, people. Don't just blatantly copy. Now, I've made a ton of videos going over how to make viral content, but really quickly, let me just go over my viral content process. Firstly, the content that you're taking inspiration from is really important. If you're taking inspiration for a video that didn't go really viral or didn't make any sales, you're pretty much wasting your time. You need to use tools like Camo Data or FastMoss. These tools will help show you viral videos, so it's a lot easier to find good content examples. The downside is that these tools can cost a lot of money. Now, there's a few ways that you can go about finding those videos. You can do something called the burner method, and that's where you make a brand new TikTok account and only engage with viral content about your product. And sooner or later, the TikTok algorithm, the For You page, will begin to only show you viral videos in that niche. But that can take a little while, and as a beginner, it can get kind of confusing. So another thing you can do is to be part of a group or a community that sends out content inspo and examples. It's a double-edged sword a little bit, because not only are you getting content examples sent to you without having to go through the work of finding them, but you also know that they're going to be good ones because they're being sent out by people who are experienced and know what they're talking about. And in my Discord, that is exactly what we do. Not only that, you will also have access to a community of over 1,000 people who are also doing TikTok Shop. And in there, we have regular calls. We share winning products to run, winning content inspiration that you can use, and we even have an account supplier in-house, making sure everyone gets the best possible prices on the market for TikTok Shop accounts. We have everything you need and more to help you make your first dollar with TikTok Shop. And if you have any interest in this, I've left a link in the description. Anyways, once you've found your winning video, you need to recreate it as closely as possible. Each video will start with a hook, which is the first 3 seconds or so of a video where you are essentially hooking your viewer in to want to watch the rest of your video. After that, you'll get into the body of the video, which is essentially the bulk of the content within it. These two terms are very important to remember because I will be talking about them in the last step of this process until you understand exactly how these things really do work together. It doesn't matter if you've made content before. If you haven't made at least $10,000 in a single month with TikTok Shop, you're still a beginner. So trust me when I say that you should follow these steps very closely, and well, you'll thank me later. If you follow what I've said, you might go viral and make thousands of dollars, which, don't get me wrong, is pretty cool. But if you don't have any kind of strategy, you won't be able to do this consistently. And for those of you who want to live the Wi-Fi money lifestyle full time, you have to be able to do it consistently. Here is the exact strategy that myself and other creators use to help us go consistently viral. And in the past month, myself and my teams have gotten over 400 million views. We find the most popular videos for a product that's similar to or of the product that we are selling, and then choose our favorites. Then what we do is we take each piece of content and recreate it 5 times. In each video, we'll keep it very close to the original, but we'll always change just one thing. For example, we might have 5 videos that all have a different hook, but the same body. We do that for 3 videos we found, which will leave us with 15 pieces of content. We then post this content daily and analyze the performance of each video. After we've posted all the videos, we then need to document what we found. If a video has over 2,000 to 3,000 views, then we know it has potential. Anything under that, we cut. This is also a good time to see if the account you've got is a good account or not. That is because TikTok will always push your videos to a minimum of roughly 250 people. And if you're not seeing those numbers, you will need a new account. It sucks, but that's just part of the game. We then take those videos with over the 2,000 to 3,000 view mark and analyze. We try to find out how we can make those videos better, or what we can do to increase the likelihood of them going viral. For example, we might add something into the video that we know is going to cause people to either like, comment, share, or maybe we'll try to switch up the order of the clips. The moral of what I'm saying is we will always try to do something to improve the original, but make sure the change isn't too drastic and your video ends up completely different. If we can't go viral within a couple weeks, then we will simply restart this process until we do. Well, we usually do. By the way, though, you don't have to stick to exactly what I do, because sometimes, honestly, it can completely differ depending on the product that I'm testing. But this is roughly the process that I always follow. But the thing is, if you follow this 3-step process, you're guaranteed to make some kind of money with TikTok. But if you still want some additional help making viral content, you can check out this video right here where I show you exactly how to do it.